Stadium. Hope everyone's doing all right today. And I've got Dominic and Jan back with me. How you doing, guys? Good.
Morning.
Well,
doing great. Thank you.
Thank you.
The horns are up. That's a sign that everything's cool in this world, isn't it?
Absolutely, man. Always horns up.
And just, we like to be sort of, with everything, with COVID and everything's coming back to normal, man. Everyone's talking about concerts and gigs, and I mean, man, it's there, isn't it? People are starting to talk about it. Dates are being booked for bands. It's starting to get back to normality. So thank God for that, eh?
I've got some tickets booked for Bruce's speaking thing this week, so I'm quite happy.
Oh, nice. Good. I wish they'd bring a new album out, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that'd be better.
But there you go. I just don't.
No, I saw them putting out some some football product or something last week, and I'm just like, how about you guys just do your job? You know what I mean?
I do agree. It does wind me up a little bit. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Maiden. We probably will another time.
Well, I'm sure you probably will.
I probably will today, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, so we're back for All Killer, No Filler. Total Frustration. We're doing 1981, and I must say, the 1981, I loved it. And I think, this is, even though I love the band thing, I think the years are going to be the thing I love it. I absolutely love it because the variation you get and what you can talk about is great. So
I had to redo my list about 30 times just because there are so many options that I'm like, I cannot leave that song out. We have to talk about that. And then I'd scratch it off and then do something else.
Yeah, I must admit, my fucking list is excellent. All right.
So is mine. So is mine.
I might have a few surprises on there. I've even got a couple of, there's a song on there that I haven't heard hardly anything of the rest of the band, but I heard this particular song, and I straight away, as soon as I saw the band, I thought, is that song on the album? We'll get to that, but It's not like I would always, mention this band. I just love the fucking song. I just love it. So, anyway.
Yeah, there's a few of those for me as well. That's what makes the years thing so fun, is that you can, it's more about the tune rather than the band, I love it.
Exactly, mate. So if anyone is tuning in for the first time to watch All Killer, No Filler, Total Frustration, I will explain the rules again. I know it becomes a bit boring for those that are here all the time, but what it involves is it's like a playlist. We make our own playlist up, each of us, and this time it's 10 songs, which it probably will be until we get to the later years when albums had more songs. Maybe we may go to 12 when it starts getting to them CD years. Maybe. But at the moment it's 10 because we're on 1981. And what happens is we can't choose 2 songs off the same album. It has to be a song off each album. And also the track listing must match the track listing of the actual albums. There you go. I'm starting to sound more convincing the more I say it. There you go.
I actually tried to explain it to a couple of friends over the weekend, and I just ended up sounding like an idiot.
Yeah.
Babbling, just and they're like, what? I'm like,
but what it does, I know it's a bit of a strange one. James made the rule, Jan made the rules up, but it is very interesting and frustrating, just as the title says so. Very frustrating. Yeah. There's a few on here that I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But because I wanted a particular few songs, it just fucked the whole thing up. But I'm really happy with the list, though, I must admit. So I really can't remember who went first last time.
I think you should go first again, Jim.
Oh, no. I thought he was going to say me. I don't know, because you know what happens when I go first. I'm not going first.
You get confused all the time, though. It doesn't matter.
Because I never go first, I get confused with what number we're on. So I know I get confused, but I get even more confused. So
I just feel bad because you're never the one that can say.
Yeah.
If we have the same song, you're never the one that can say it first. You always have to be like, "Oh, I have it too."
Yeah, perhaps it's selfish. Perhaps that's all it is. It's just selfish. Anyway, I'm going last.
Okay.
It's Dom then, I think. I think it's Dom then.
It's me. Yeah, I guess it's me.
Okay, so tracks 1 to 10. We go around the houses, obviously. Oh, Jam's gone somewhere.
Jam's gone.
I could just see a blank screen at the moment from Jam.
I can hear you though.
Oh, well, there he is.
There he is. Okay.
Oh, right. Track one.
So
then,
this is a perfect example of what we were just talking about. A band that I really don't follow that much. I know like their hits and stuff, and I've had a best of them. But this is just one of those perfect pop rock 80s tracks. Just can't say enough about it. It is 38 Special, and it's Hold On Loosely. It's from their album Wild Eyed Southern Boys. Now, this is co-written by Jim Peterick from Survivor, or Peterick, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, the last name. And he co-wrote all of 38 Special's like big hits. And of course, you know, he co-wrote other stuff as well as Survivor. But this is just such a great song. It's just top down, driving down the streets, loving it, loving life.
So 38 Special, they had some southern elements as well, didn't they?
Were
they something
definitely
to do with Skinner? Were they anything to do with Skinner? I know Blackfoot were and all that, but the word 38 Special were as well, weren't they?
I think there was a tenuous link, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. But they definitely were more of a southern band. We'll say probably their deeper cuts definitely got more kind of southern. This is very radio friendly. This is just AOR at its best. Just a classic. And I really like, you know, because there's other things that could have taken the number one position. Plenty of other songs.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get this one in here because I think it's just a absolute classic. So if you don't know it, man, crank that up this summer. 38 Special, Hold On Loosely.
Great.
You'll love it.
Great choice, mate. Great choice. What you got, Jam?
Yeah, unlike you two, I'm really struggling with the early 80s. I mean, I was only 7 in 1981, so I didn't really listen to any music then until a bit later, and then I was retro listening to music. So so it's difficult for me. I struggled to get 10 albums myself, so I'm glad there's only 10, because I certainly couldn't do 12. I was starting with, also I wanted to take a leaf out of Dom's book. I might have the same albums I've picked, but I've tried not to pick any songs that I had on my band list, just to change it up. So if I had one...
Oh, that's it. You're all being fucking clever now, aren't you? Well, okay. All right, no worries.
So no, I switched, if I had a decent honourable, I swapped them over. That's all. I'll still mention it. I just swapped them over. That's the only thing. I'll still probably have some the same. Certainly up to probably about 85, when I'll probably get more to when I was buying music myself at the time. But okay, so I'm going with Rush from Moving Pictures, and the opening track obviously is Tom Sawyer. This is released in February '81, and it's Rush's 8th album. Very synth-driven, this song. Everybody probably knows it. Very, very heavily radio played, especially in America, I think. But I still like it to this day. It's not one of those ones that, you know, you hear and you don't. I turn off, or I've had enough of listening to. I still love the song. I don't think it's anything to do with who's the fellow? What's his name? Huckleberry Finn or anything like that. I'm not sure what the real Tom Sawyer is, but yeah, it's nothing to do with him, I don't think. But no, it's just a great song, sing-alongable. Although I don't know what it's about.
And it's, of course, it's got one of the best drum rolls of all time.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. If you don't know,
obviously, big shout out to the late
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart. So
yeah,
good one, mate. Absolutely brilliant choice. Well, I might be a little bit more obvious, but I'm going for my first track. I think I might have named this my favourite track from them when I did the top tracks, but it definitely would be up there, even if it's not the number one. And that's Thin Lizzy, Angel of Death from Renegade.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
okay.
I actually love I'm not a big synth person, but there's quite a few synths running through this. An excellent gallop. Love a gallop in a metal song. You can't go wrong with a gallop. And it's more of those sort of I suppose epic sort of Thin Lizzy type songs, a bit like Holy War off of Thunder and Lightning. That I love that side of Thin Lizzy. I love the later years of Thin Lizzy.
Is this Renegade?
Renegade, yes.
Yeah.
I love the later years of Thin Lizzy, the last few albums. I know that a lot of people were into the earlier stuff, but I suppose it's me age as well. You know, Thunder and Lightning. I know we're not talking about that, but that took a bit of a, you know, kick in from when I named a few songs off of that. the people were like, no, that's not Thin Lizzy. The Thin Lizzy is here. It's what you like, man. You just fuck off.
And if it's got Thin Lizzy on the cover, it is fucking Thin Lizzy. Get over it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. So, yeah, Angel of Death. What a brilliant, heavy song. Epic. Love it. There you go.
Okay, I will have to admit I don't know that one right off the top of my head, so I will have to go back.
Yeah, you will love it. You will absolutely love that song. So, there you go.
I'm very kind of mid-period Thin Lizzy, I guess you would say. Not the last, the last couple albums. I do like Thunder and Lightning quite a bit. Yeah. But more, I guess, Jailbreak and that kind of.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, I'll definitely go check that out.
Yeah, you'll love it, mate. You'll love it.
Cool.
Okay. Track 2 then, mate.
Track 2 is the ultimate summer party song. It's a band that people absolutely love. I can't say I love everything they do. Lots of ballads. But one of the best singers of all time. This is Stone in Love by Journey.
Oh yeah.
From Escape. I mean, how you cannot just, those summer nights are calling. It's just
fucking brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's goosebump inducing. I just love it.
Yeah.
And you just hear their same songs over and over again. This one doesn't get a look in usually on the radio or anything like that, but man, I don't think they've ever been better than this song. Just those crazy nights I do remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Kills me.
Absolutely love Journey. Absolutely love that band to death. I do. There you go. What you got then, Jam?
Right, I'm going to Rainbow, Difficult to Cure. And released in February 81, another February one. 5th album with first one with Jolene Turner. And it's a song Spotlight Kid.
Yes.
Yeah,
great.
It's a good song. It's a good song. Apparently, I didn't realise this when I was reading about it. The cover was actually going to be the cover of Black Sabbath's Never Say Die, apparently. Which makes more sense, I guess, doesn't it, with the surgeon standing around. Yeah, that's what, according to Wikipedia, so it must be fact, So,
of course.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, no, it's a really good song, really, really fast, really sort of good melody. And then it's got a cracking sort of Cossack dance in the middle, and you can just see them doing their little feet up in the air as they're going through the middle of it, the little keyboardy bit. So, yeah.
I'd like to see Jam bust that out at home when he plays the song.
Yeah. I'll do my back in if I was trying to do that.
Just while we're on the subject of Wikipedia, just a quick story that got me in fucking trouble. Wikipedia once. I don't know if you was watching it.
Only once. I'm surprised.
Well, only on this channel. So I was reading. It told me that Ralph Sheepers. I don't know if you know Ralph Sheepers out of Primal Fear. They're a power metal band from Germany. Had loads of albums out. Ralph Sheepers is like 8 foot tall.
Oh, you're gonna talk about the Priest thing, aren't you?
Yeah, and that announced that he did actually when what's his name, Rob Alford went out of the band, he tried to join it. He had an
auditioned, yeah. And
I mentioned it when I was doing a review of a Primal Fear, and Ralph Sheepers actually messaged me and told me, no, everyone says that, you're wrong. And I was like, oh fuck, this guy has got like veins popping out. He's a scary geezer. So Wikipedia, yeah, I sort of sometimes believe it, but then other times you get in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, I always heard that story as well. I just took it as fact, but then I've seen him just in various interviews, and I say this all the time. I think most people, because Primal Fear isn't, a huge band, I think a lot of people know them from, that's the guy that auditioned for Priest.
Yeah,
they probably just get tired of hearing it,
Exactly. By the way, yeah, Ralph Sheepers, if you're watching, I bet you probably not, but I think you're better than Rob Alford. There you go.
And he's not just blowing smoke. He means
that is the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. It's me.
It's you.
Yes. Yeah. See, I'm already confused. Right. I was a bit pissed off that I didn't get this band in the 1980. They had 2 albums out. So it's so it's Saxon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wanted another song off of this album, but the song I really wanted I wanted another song in its place. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, this was really frustrating for me. The worst bit about it, but I managed to get "Never Surrender" in there from Denim and Leather,
Marvelous.
which is a great song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's my riff.
Yeah, love it. No, I did. Yeah.
Yes.
I have such a soft place in my heart for Saxon. I really do. I just think they really just kept it going for years and years and years. And
I agree.
And they never surrendered. You know what I mean?
They didn't. They
didn't.
So, their singles, man, were so strong. Do you know what I mean? I remember having the live album, "The Eagle Was Landed," and I went to see him on that tour as well.
Wow!
That could have been my first ever gig, because I did see him. I can't remember. I think that was my first ever gig, and it was just amazing.
Where was that?
I think it was Hammersmith Odeon, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Saxon live at Hammersmith. That would have been awesome.
Well, what's the crack with Hammersmith? Because I used to go to gigs in Hammersmith all the time in the 80s and the 90s, and then it sort of closed down, and then it became the Apollo. But I haven't been to a gig since there, and it's not because I don't want to go; it's because I haven't seen any. I've actually got some tickets next year, but I saw first time for about 20 years.
I saw Alter Bridge there. It must have been maybe the Blackbird tour or the one after. Right. So, yeah, it's still an excellent place to go because it's just smaller, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's also with it's got like kind of the raised floor, right? So as you stand back, you're not,
And that Brixton Academy that's got the raised floor.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing the two.
Hammersmith Odeon is like a theatre, isn't it? It's an old theatre, but it's got standing now. But it used to be all seated in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Great place to. Sound was always great there. Absolutely great. Okay. I think it's number 3.
That's me, isn't it?
We're at.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. This is a huge song in the States rock radio. I mean, you probably still hear it. I mean, if you went to like some sort of Midwest town and turned on whatever rock station, you probably hear this song. But it turns out it's not a single. There's not a video, anything. So I don't know why. But this is Michael Schenker Group called "On and On" from the album MSG, their second album. Do you know this song? On and on and on and on.
It's the one that John Londay covered on one of his albums. He covered.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, and it's great version as well. He does great versions of cover songs.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? But,
it's just one of those that I grew up with. Just heard it all the time. I mean, I've probably heard that song as much as I heard "Stairway to Heaven," to be honest. Yeah. But I love it.
Not here so much. Not in Britain.
No. And I was really surprised it wasn't even released as a single or anything. So I don't know why American rock radio picked up on it, but you'll still hear it to this day, I'm convinced. So excellent song, "On and On." It's kind of the chorus is a bit ballady, but the rest is pretty rocking. So yeah, good song.
Great one, man. Great choice. Okay, what you got, Jam?
Okay, going to Whitesnake from Come and Get It. Released April 81, and it's 4th album, and it's Don't Break My Heart Again.
Oh, I love that stomp. That stomp, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's a medium pace sort of plodding song, isn't it? But it's not a ballad. It's not really a ballad. I don't call it a ballad. It's just a medium pace song, isn't it? But it's just got a very good groove to it, and the chorus is fantastic. And yeah, you can't stop listening to it. Really, it's just a great song.
Let's just admit,
still play it live, I think, don't they?
Let's just admit, if ballads were about the lyrics, 2/3 of Whitesnake songs would be ballads.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
But I love that song. Absolutely great. I'll tell you what, I am glad. I don't think they did, but I'm glad they didn't revamp that one. Yeah. I don't think they did.
I don't think they did on that one.
No, because they didn't need. Well, I don't think any of them needed revamping myself. But
such an elitist. Jeez.
I know. I'm not like that with everything.
I prefer the bluesier ones.
I do.
Because you love the blues so much.
No, I fucking don't.
I know. There's the joke.
I don't make any sense whatsoever. I don't even know what's going on.
That's cool.
Yeah, anyway.
Don't need to. Especially when it comes to music, there doesn't need to be any rhyme or reason to it,
No, definitely not.
Whatever gets you.
Okay, well, this next one, my track 3, is an amazing song. I think you, Dom, and I'm not sure if Jam chose it on our Def Leppard show, and it's High and Dry.
I did.
We both did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I had to get it in. I fucking love the song, and it's brilliant. It's just so much energy in that song.
I mean, it fused, enough in the other episode, but yeah, it's just one of the classic get ready for a night out songs. Just
I told you my playlist is fucking good, didn't I? There you go.
all of ours are good in their own way, Lee.
Well, they are in our own minds. Anyway.
Nobody said this was a competition.
No, but it is.
Vote below for the one you like the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
We should probably start doing that. Yeah.
No, because you've reeled all your mates in, and I don't fucking trust them votes. I don't, honestly.
Are you talking to Jam?
No, you.
I knew you were talking to you.
Yeah. Okay, we're up to track 4.
All right. 4. Okay. Favorite album from this man. This is Believer from Ozzy Osbourne from Diary of a Madman. Could have picked nearly every song off this album, but this riff has always just killed me. It starts with the bass, doom, doom, doo, 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 doo. Down, 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 down.
You're quite good at instruments, aren't you, with your voice?
Oh yeah, I am.
Were you ever in a band, Dom?
Sorry?
Were you ever in a rock band or anything when you was younger?
I was, yeah.
Because that's how people just talk in rock bands. That's how I was in a band, and that bit. Try and go wow.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That's exactly how you talk. So I thought you might have been in a band. I knew.
Yeah, I've always been a bit musical, even coming out of the womb. I think I was probably playing drums or something. But yeah, just a great album. As I said, just about another one of those nearly perfect albums for me, at least. I know people love the first one, and it is great, but just every track on Diary of a Madman, and Randy just at his absolute best.
Yeah,
love it.
Great choice,
right? Well, I've got Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman.
Oh.
Believer.
Yes, right on, man.
And we've got to say, it's a lot harder to match up with these than it is with any other band ones, obviously.
Definitely,
There's a lot more choice. So
excellent.
Yeah, I mean, Dom's nailed it on the head. I haven't got anything else more to say about it. It's another one I remember from the tribute album, which was the first sort of Ozzy stuff I heard.
Oh, yeah.
I think I prefer Blizzard of Oz personally to Diary of a Madman, but I think there's 3 songs that I won't mention, but 3 songs on Diary of a Madman I really like. So I think there's a better one that I might mention later. This is my favourite, but yeah, this is a great song. I was quite happy to have this.
Cool. Well, I'm going to another. We've spoken about this band on another episode, I believe. Van Halen. We have done Van Halen, haven't we? And Hear About It Later is my number 4. Absolutely, yeah. I just love it. I mean, it's so melodic as well in those. You can drive me on home. Then that bit is just so catchy as well. I just love it. It's just Van Halen are just so much fun to listen to, aren't they? And everything maybe apart from Diver Down with, Roth was classic. Even parts of Diver Down I liked as well. But I just think they were just great with Roth.
They were. You just couldn't beat them. No. At that time, and especially Hear About It Later, we need to shout out to Michael Anthony for those amazing background vocals.
When I see bits of like them playing, that's one thing I really wish I'd gone and see, but maybe in the States rather than over here. I'd love to have seen Van Halen in the States. Their shows looked, from the hanging out in the car park beforehand, those videos you see of all the fans hanging out, and then the way they were on stage. There's a video just before, I think it was like the year, it might have been 84, 85, just before they split up, where there was a handheld camera on the stage, and it was showing you what it felt like to be at a Van Halen concert. Man, it just looked wild, absolutely wild in the States.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the glory years, man.
They were, yeah.
They are, man. They are. Okay, that's my number 4.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about the parking lot before the show. There's this really culty kind of short movie called Heavy Metal Parking Lot.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
you've seen it, yeah. And you know, people are just, you know, they just obsessed over that thing, and I'm just like, that was before every gig. It was just like, I mean, I guess the nostalgia and hearing people talk that way, like, dude, you know, they're all like Bill and Ted or whatever, but there's nothing unusual that happens in that video that you couldn't, that it was twice a week or something, you know, it was like that. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, there's a really awkward bit I've seen. It's becoming quite famous, a parking lot thing where this guy has got his arm around this girl. I don't know if you've seen the snippet of it.
Oh,
and they're talking to me. He looks about 25 years old or something. And then the girl's talking and they ask how old she is. And she's like 13, you know, and you're like, oh, fuck it. You know what I mean? Just thinking, what? And in the States, it's even worse because don't you need to be 21?
To drink and stuff, yeah.
Well, and to have sex or whatever. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is just.
Oh, right. Have sex.
Yeah. But like he was out of it. She was drunk, you know, you're just thinking, oh God, you know, look back on that now.
Oh, yeah.
It was a different time.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I'm not going to say it was better. I'm just going to say it was different.
Okay.
All right. So I'm moving on to 5. Yeah. Is that where we're at?
We're at.
Okay. 5 from Judas Priest, who will make many appearances on these lists. I'm just warning you. This is from Point of Entry, which was kind of it was definitely the most eclectic album they had done up to this point. Lots of slower, mid-paced, very melodic songs. And coming after British Steel was a big surprise for a lot of people. I love the diversity bit for me. And that's another reason why I love Judas Priest, because they were just diverse throughout their entire career. This is called Desert Plains. It wasn't a single or anything, but if you ever went to see Judas Priest, you heard this song because they played it every single tour through the 80s and 90s. Found out later it's Glenn Tipton's favorite song, and that's why they did it all the time. Really great. It doesn't really do much. It's just more of like a mood song, I guess. Talking about on your motorbike going through the desert. But it's really nice. And if you ever went to see Judas Priest, you have good memories of that tune. So yeah, Desert Plains.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Right, number 5. I've gone to Kiss and the much maligned, now sometimes revered, Music from the Elder album. Song Only You, released in November 81, and it's the 9th album if you don't include the solo albums. Which is, if people don't know, it's a concept album which doesn't really fit in with the rock and roll party of the Kiss genre, if you like, but it's a great album. I've been listening to it this week actually, just to refresh it, and there's some really great songs on there.
Isn't it great? It is. It's just,
yeah. It's if you think it's not, I'm slipping. If you think it's not Kiss, think about it as not Kiss, then it's a good album in itself. But this song is really good. It starts off slowly, then it builds up into a classic rock. It's got some great dual vocals as normal. I think Paul Stanley's the lead, but obviously Gene does his bit in it, and then it goes in at the end. There's like a running theme through it. I am just a boy. And there's like a riff that he plays through it, and it finishes with that. Yeah.
That's a great song. That's actually Gene on vocals for Only You.
Oh, was it? Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I think I mentioned on the Kiss podcast that Daryl Pesh does a really good cover of Only You on one of her solo albums from the 90s. I mean, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't really, it's funny, the ones that are super, super important to me, I don't really talk about that much. I don't know why, but it's definitely in top 10 albums of all time for me.
If people
just came out at a
heard
special time in my life, it's great.
If people haven't heard it, they ought to check it out. Don't not listen to it because they've heard it's rubbish. Don't think Kiss, just think of a new album, and it's good. But there you go.
Cool. Great choice, mate. My number 5 is one of my favourite bands, actually, so all the way through the 80s. Maybe this album that they brought out wasn't quite where I started listening to them fully. So this was like where I went back. So it wasn't one of my favourites, but this was before they became one of my favourite bands, if you like. But they had a few classics on this album. It's Y&T and Rescue Me from Earthshaker. So yeah, I mean, Black Tiger onwards was the bit for Y&T.
Yeah.
But this had some great songs on it. Rescue Me is like starts off with a real ballady sort of thing, and then it goes into the song. I love Y&T. I love Dave Meniketti. I think he's one of the greatest. I love his voice. I love his guitar playing and his songwriting. And I think he's one of those guys that puts so much feeling into everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he gives it 100%. And you know, you catch videos of him now playing, you know, just a couple of years ago, and he's still amazing. Yeah, Y&T, one of my favorite bands, and Rescue Me from Earthshaker, at my number 5.
Is Rescue Me one of those that has become like a live favorite? Don't they have?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know their set list now, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is the one pulled from that album. It's been known, you know. I think
is it kind of a heavy ballad?
Yeah, so it starts off very ballady, almost like just a guitar and him sort of whispery sort of voice, and then it goes into like a galloping sort of like real heavy.
Yeah, because I've heard people talk about this one. This is like one that they really stretch out live and you know, do like a dual guitar solos and stuff.
That's spoiling it. Now you've ruined it for me. I don't want no fucking 10-minute song. I want it to be as it was. That's it. No jamming live. Just don't fucking do it. Just no drum solos, no extended guitar solos. Just play the songs. There you go.
Keep it simple, stupid, as Kiss would say.
Yeah, that's it. Y&T, my number 5.
All right, Y&T. Cool. I actually didn't know that they were. It makes sense, but I didn't know that they were one of your favorites of all time.
Yeah, man, brilliant band.
Right. Cool. Okay. My number. What's this? 5? No, 6.
Yeah.
My number 6 is, I mentioned him on the last one. Huge guy in the States for a couple of years. This is Billy Squier. This is his biggest album called Don't Say No. When this one came out, it was just, you couldn't escape this one. The big single off this is the one you might know is called The Stroke. You know the song Stroke Me. You know that one?
I think the only Billy Squier song I know is only his like last song ever, where he was like laying on the bed, and was that the guy who fucked his career up, Billy Squier?
Well, they say that, but that's just like that's like saying people always said hair metal. No one said hair metal in '83, but it's like there's a retroactive history or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know any Billy Squier
I'm not
stuff.
Talk too much about that.
I don't know any Billy Squier stuff, to tell you the truth. I think I was just in maybe over here. He just never got in.
No, he really didn't. He had a close association with Queen. I know that he supported them quite a bit, and he used Mac, the producer Mac, on his albums as well. So anyway, this is called Lonely Is the Night. Opened up side 2, was a huge radio hit. I know I have a particular friend that lives in the UK who had heard it on UK rock radio somehow way back when, and actually thought it was Robert Plant, because Step had been broken up for a couple of years by then. So yeah, he actually thought it was like a new solo single or something. Just a great rocker. I can't recommend Don't Say No enough. Just a fantastic mainstream sing-along rock album from front to back. Really, really influential in the States. So there you go.
Cool. Okay, I'm going with one we mentioned. I wasn't going to have this. I was going to keep this as an honourable because I thought you two would both have it, but because we touched on it last time, and it's from Denim and Leather by Saxon, and it's And the Band Played On.
Well, I did say that there's one song I really wanted to get on here, and I couldn't because of my next choice. But yeah, it's a great song, man. It's a brilliant song. It may be my favourite Saxon song, that one.
I think so as well. I mean, it sums up, obviously, the headline, well, not their appearance at the Monster Rock in 1980, and then they even name-check Rainbow in it, I think, don't they? So it's quite a good headline. And yeah, it's a classic song all about going to the gig and playing the music. Great stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just iconic. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Like I said, if there's a jukebox in a pub and that's on it, that's going on, mate, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that song. I'm a bit
Let's
gutted.
go drinking in a pub and play rock music. That
Not
sounds
long
like
now.
so
Well,
much
they're the
fun.
days, aren't they? Remember
Not
that?
long now, mate. Not long now.
No.
I'll be right down.
Just pull your mask down, have a little sip, pull it up again, you'll be all right. Okay.
Trouble is, one of the rock pubs in Nottingham that I go to is closed down due to all this, which is a bit annoying. Tap and
Yes.
Tumbler. I don't know if you've been there near Rock City. It's closed down. Apparently.
Rock City closed down.
Oh.
No, the pub near Rock City. Tap and Tumbler.
Oh, right. Okay.
Rock City's still going, I think. Hopefully. So.
All right. Hopefully. That's like a.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows?
My number 6 is, this is the one that got in there that I don't really listen to the band, and this brings back so many memories. I remember, I think my brother might have had it on a single or something, and I absolutely love it. And it's Blackfoot, and it's Dry County from the Marauder album. So just listen to this, guys. I mean, I don't even know what all the rest of their music's like, to tell you the truth. I know they're a Southern band. They got Ricky Medlock in this band, so he was ties with Skinner as well. Yeah. But this song is so heavy for its time as well. If you think about 81, man, it's an absolutely brilliant song. I have to check out more Blackfoot, because if it's anything like this, and I'll never have over all these years, this is the single. I think I had their live album way back then.
Oh, right, yeah.
I can't even remember what it was called, but it's known as a great album. And I had quite a few live albums back in the day. They were like special to me, live albums.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
really were.
They're special to everyone. Yeah. The complete lost art.
Yeah. But if you're going to listen to any song on my list and go away today, listen to that one. It might not have the same effect on you now, but it did when I was 11. There you go.
Yeah.
Brilliant song.
Cool.
Marvelous.
Yeah, they were quite big in the States as well. I never really listened to them much. I don't know, maybe when I was a kid I didn't think the Southern thing was that cool or whatever, but I remember, I would say one of the things that broke Leopard in the States was that they supported I can't remember if it was the other way around, but there was a tour that was Blackfoot and Leopard High and Dry tour. And I remember everybody in high school talking about that. And that was a huge thing in the States.
I must admit, it's the Southern thing. I'm not into all of it, but there's some bands now that are amazing, even bands that are going now. So just
all the ones that start with black. Yeah.
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah.
By the way, big shout out.
Berries in there.
Big
there's
shout
like
out.
Blackberry Smoke, and
yes, love them. Absolutely love that band.
Who's the other one though?
Blackstone Cherry.
Yes, there we
go. the thing is, I've gone off them a bit, but Blackberry Smoke will always be. Yeah. By the way, just a big shout out to the t-shirts today. I mean, I do like yours, Jan, but I'm especially liking your Dokken t-shirt there.
Back for the Attack.
Yeah, not my favourite album, but you know, a good band nevertheless.
But it contains my favorite Dawkins song, but we'll get to that in some other show.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. This is a new t-shirt. This one actually glows in the dark, apparently. It says the early days on the back. Yeah, apparently.
Nice, very nice.
Shut your curtains, let's see.
I don't think it'd be dark enough.
Oh God. Okay. So what was that? Blackfoot. Yes, Blackfoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. 7. I have UFO from The Wild, the Willing, and the Innocent. This is called Couldn't Get It Right. This is the first single off that album. Again, second album with Paul Raymond, as I mentioned on the other video. Their songwriting got a bit more melodic and more compact. They're writing more pop rock songs, I would say. Yeah. AOR kind of thing, but this is a great song. Couldn't Get It Right if you don't know it. I don't even know if it's on their best of, even though it was a single. I don't think it was. Anyway, terrific song. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these kind of mid-period UFO albums that don't always get talked about. I always talk about the Schenker years. And once he left, they seemed to kind of fall off of the radar. But yeah, great albums all around. So there you go. Couldn't get it right. UFO.
Good one, mate.
Cool.
Gotcha.
I'm going to my go-to band, the Ramones, from Pleasant Dreams and the song She's a Sensation.
I like that one.
Yeah, released in July '81, sixth album. This is like a medium rocking song. It's obviously nothing like the punky days of the '70s. Very sing along, sort of poppy. It's almost got, they sort of sometimes go Beach Boys, don't they? It's got that sort of vibe to it for me. And it's quite long. It's like 3.5 minutes long, which is a very long song for the Ramones.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're still trying to get into the sort of the charts and the pop market, I think, but they've still got some riffs in there. But I love the Ramones. I mean, as you'll probably find out, I was actually lucky enough to see them twice, so that's my claim to fame, to be honest. Seeing the Ramones, because obviously they're all dead by about 96, 97.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, some of the lesser known, from the original band.
The main ones, the original ones, yeah. So it was the original band, apart from Dee Dee, I think, when I saw him in 91. No, 93 and 95, I think, in Rock City. So great gigs, great days. Love the Ramones.
Great choice, mate. Great choice. Okay. Mate,
you are lucky. You are lucky, Jam, because you always have them to fall back on. So if you have you're struggling to get like a 9 or a 10 or an 8, you can just go to whatever Ramones album came out that year.
Pretty much. As I say, there isn't really any bad. There's no Ramones song I've ever heard. I go, that's shit. I'm not listening to that.
Right. So you're
either great or okay.
There's not many bands like that, is there? I've got a few, but not many that you can actually like every song. So
nothing to dislike in a Ramones song generally.
Okay, my track 7 might be a little bit more obvious. So going with your T-shirt there, Jam, Maiden.
Yeah.
So the title track from Killers. There you go.
Great. So I absolutely love that song.
Can I just ask you a question? Every time I don't know if you feel the same, when you go to mention a song and the track number, do you get worried that it ain't actually a track number and someone's going to pull you? I get worried every time. I try to check it as many times as I can, but I still think I'll fuck up. And I think one day and then I'll be fucked. That's what I think.
I messed up. I nearly messed up on this again. I told you it was done. I had Only You as track 4 because on my iTunes it's track 4 because I must have had the remastered version and it's track 4. And only when I looked at Wikipedia it said it was track 5 and I went, oh shit! And then I got it on vinyl as well. I looked and it is track 5. It's like so I had to change it. So I nearly fucked up my own list.
The only thing you can hope for. The only thing you can hope for is that the other two don't know. That's the only thing you can hope for.
You just flag it.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got Iron Maiden Killers. I think it's a great
song.
Yeah,
brilliant song.
Obviously, the gallops in full effect, what they was going to carry on doing in that one.
I just love the riff on it. The riff on it is fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's great. Absolutely great performance by Paul Di'Anno as well. Let's not forget about him.
Yeah.
And also, donate to get his hip done or whatever it is.
How much have you donated there?
Fuck all.
About the same amount as Iron Maiden have donated, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's what I read as well. Why haven't Iron Maiden donated to? Well, he hasn't been in the band for 40 years.
Yeah, they obviously
got enough money, haven't
they haven't got enough. They haven't got enough money.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay, all right. Killers is my number 7, guys.
Marvelous.
Right. Okay. So my number 8 is a band that never did anything in the States, really. I don't even know if all of the albums were released in the States. I don't remember really seeing them in the shops, but I could be wrong. But this album was huge. When I'm going through some of the Wikipedia, this album went to number 2 in the States, or in the UK. This is Gillan, and the album is Future Shock, and this song is called For Your Dreams. Anybody that thinks Gillan's just a watered down Purple, it's a completely different animal. Yeah. It's also a completely different animal from the Ian Gillan band, so don't get those two confused, because the Ian Gillan band was when he went all kind of proggy, jazzy nonsense, which I don't really like. But the Gillan band, this is the last album that had Bernie Tormé on guitar, who went directly from this album to replacing Randy Rhoads for a few weeks on the Aussie tour.
Right.
And then after this album, obviously, Yannick Gers comes in, and he's the guitar player. But anyway, love this song. It's got this really haunting piano refrain that almost sounds like it's from like an Italian horror film or something. But it does rock. But it's just got this really kind of eerie. Really helps with the mood. It's great. So For Your Dreams. Gillan had 2 albums that year as well. So
yeah, I saw that.
He's actually Gillan's a bit of a non-starter for me, like Ian Gillan.
I know.
I don't like his voice, man.
I know.
I just don't like his voice at all. I think it's the tone of his voice. You know, I know he could reach, when he was younger, he could reach some real heights, but it's not all about that, is it? It's about,
and one of the first ones to do it as well. So
yes, yeah.
But you know, not taking anything away from what he's done for metal and rock and metal, but
no. I mean, we all have our favorites and our non-favorites.
Yes, exactly. Okay,
so there you go, Gillan Band. If you don't know them, check them out. They're not just a second-rate Deep Purple.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I suspect that Lee will have the same song, so I won't talk too much about it because I'll let him, because it's one of his favourites, I presume. I'm going Black Sabbath, Mob Rules, Falling Off the Edge of the World. Released November 81, 10th album. Starts off with a soft intro, great Dio vocals, and then kicks in with a wicked guitar riff after about 2 minutes. And I'll leave it there because I presume you might have the same one.
I have got that one, yes, definitely. I mean, I feel a bit guilty because that was on my Black Sabbath.
That's right.
Because you guys are trying more than me, I feel a bit guilty about this one. But
don't feel guilty.
But yeah, I do think it's my favourite Sabbath song ever. So a bit of an underrated one as well. You know, people do go to Sign of the Southern. Yeah, people do go to Sign of the Southern Cross, don't they, on the album mainly as the epic sort of song. But this one gets me every time. So. And it's a bit unusual for me because it's quite fast. You know, I like that plodding sort of stuff from Dio when he sings. But amazing song. I said it all on the Sabbath thing. Really, it's just a epic. Everything you want from Dio in it. A little quiet beginning with his voice, and then it just cracks into like 3 parts. I see this as it's got that little quiet bit, it's got that doomy bit, then it's got the fast bit. What a great song. All in about 4 minutes.
yeah.
I know it's not even a very long song. Yeah,
it's not. It's not. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know, as we said, those first 2 Dio Sabbath albums, any song off of any of those. I mean, I don't dislike anything on either one of those. So
well, classic. There's one song that actually me and Mark.
All right, nitpicker. Yeah.
I know, and it's just I don't know why, and I agree with him on this. Slipping Away is not one of my favourites.
Okay.
But it's just
apart from one song, the rest is great.
Perfect. Yes. So I mean, so if I was like looking at Perfect Album Show, which I haven't done yet, which I keep talking about, Mob Rules wouldn't probably make it just because of that.
But Heaven and Hell can.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
excellent. Okay. Well, number 9. We've talked about them already. Saxon with Denim and Leather. Denim and Leather. Which either way you want.
Yeah.
Song, title. Just an iconic song for us metalheads.
Yeah.
I mean, live especially, God, it's just, if you've had a few pints and you're surrounded by people screaming that song, it's just magic. It's just so great. So I always throw the horns for that one. Can you say it's one of those classic that for me is like no album. It really is. It really encapsulates the whole scene. So
I agree. Yeah, back in the 80s, man, in Britain especially, that was just encapsulated for sure for me. Definitely. Okay.
Okay, I reckon we might have the same song again. Because I don't think you mentioned them yet. Going to Def Leppard, High and Dry, and Mirror Mirror, Look Into My Eyes. This is their second album, of course, released in July. And it didn't make my Def Leppard list, and I was gutted. I had to have it as an honourable mention.
I remember. Yeah. Good.
I stepped it up into the list this time, but I mean, what a fantastic song! It's the best song on the album for sure for me, and it's one I've discovered later as well. When I didn't hear this in 1981, I heard it a lot later, and then this song just stuck with me. And I just like, because it wasn't a single as mentioned. I think it's a fantastic song. So we've talked about it already, and I presume you've got the same maybe. So
Well,
no, he already had High and Dry. So
Yeah.
Oh, you had High and Dry, of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. Well, we still talked about it. I haven't got anything else to say, but it's a great song. Check it out if you haven't heard it.
No, it's a great song. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Well, my number 9, I'm going to Journey. So we've always spoken about Journey, obviously, but Mother Father. Just
oh yeah,
off Eclipse. Escape, even.
Eclipse Escape, yeah.
Yeah, just brilliant album. You know, this even could make a perfect album from beginning to end. Even the little, you know, Open Arms maybe gets a little bit of stick, but I love that song. I love everything about the album. I could have chosen any song off of this album. Just
I have to say, I'm completely ruined on "Don't Stop Believing" now.
Oh,
never, ever want to hear that fucking song again.
Well, no,
and it's too bad.
Yeah,
song, but
yeah. I mean, if you try to, as a song itself, and you know, if you propelled yourself 20 years ago back, and then you'd be all right with it. You know, it'd be a perfect song. You know, for 30 years maybe, it'd be the perfect song. But now you are right, and there's some great songs that have been ruined by overplaying. But you know, if you try to, it's weird, isn't it? If you're just talking about perfect albums, I mean, a lot of people will put. I know we're off the subject, but Appetite for Destruction, what a great album, but I can fucking not listen to like 4 or 5, maybe 6 songs of that album. But at the time, what a fucking album. But it's been ruined. Yeah. It's been absolutely. But why is it though, with some songs you can hear a million times, but it be okay, and some you can't be okay?
Yeah, strange, isn't it?
And you love them both the same, but over time, it's just fucked you up, and you might.
Yeah, I guess they probably just played less. Perhaps played less. That's all it is. They're playing a lot, but not as much.
I'm not sure. I think Lee is onto something. There are just certain songs that, I don't know. I think it might be just life experiences. I think I'm just so sick of like those like Lived on a Prayer or whatever, being somewhere where they're not playing rock music at all, and then Lived on a Prayer or Paradise City or Don't Stop Believing comes on. You see all these people that don't like rock or metal, and they're all just they just throw at horns, but with the thumb out.
I mean, there's loads of Journey songs that I've heard as much as Don't Stop Believing. I've heard Separate Ways probably more. I've probably heard Faithfully more, and I can listen to them and I never get sick of them. But yeah, you're right with Don't Stop Believing. But anyway, Mother Father is Mother Father.
Yeah, back to Mother Father. What a great song.
Yeah, some vocals on there, man. I mean, I'm not sure why, but at a later stage, what's his name? Dean Castanova's had to sing.
Oh.
When Arnell has been in the band, Dean Casanova sang Mother Father live. So
did he?
Yeah, I mean, what a great voice he's got and all, but to sing that
until he got fired for domestic abuse or something.
Yeah, exactly. Still a great drummer and singer though.
yeah, I've got an album of his with the singer from Hardline, that Johnny Giola or something. Giola Castronovo. It was a duet album. That was really good.
Yeah. No, he is good, great. But Mother Father is probably the epic of that album, isn't it? Of that album.
Yes. That is the Lee Spencer track from Escape.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're on to track 10. The last
Holy
track.
Crap. Look at that. Jeez. Okay. 10 is a bit of a, oh, that's not right. Well, it's a bit of a left field choice, but this band has ended up influencing probably more bands over the last 20 years than anyone else, and no one ever would have thought it was going to happen. This is Venom, the mighty Venom.
Bloody hell.
From Welcome to Hell. This is Evil in League with Satan. This is more like their... Love it. It's more kind of a jungle drum beat. Sort of, it reminds me of like Orgasmatron, where it just kind of goes just one kind of riff, but it just has this primal great quality, and the lyrics are fantastic. And but yeah, Who knew when they were the joke of the industry? And look at that. I mean, black metal is basically the whole genre owes everything to metal.
Yeah, they're the ones that fucked it up and brought black metal in.
Yeah.
Oh, I would take black metal over grunge any day.
Yeah, well, they're both not good. Anyway, my opinion.
So there you
obviously.
go, Venom.
Oh, Venom. Wasn't expecting that.
In league with Satan. Yeah.
Right, good
Cool.
one.
I'm going with Iron Maiden's second album, Killers. Already talked a little bit about it, released in February 81. And the song Drifter is the last track on the album, I believe. I think it was 11. It's a really good song. Cool sort of descending riff at the start, sort of thing. And he screams, and then it's just like, it's quite a fast punky song, really. Obviously going back to sort of Diano's, obviously Steve Harris didn't like to admit it, but they were quite sort of punky at times, the first couple of albums. And Drifters are very good. So it's quite long, actually, quite a long song, but it's really good. One of the better ones on Killers. Not my favourite album. I think me and Lee agree, prefer the first album, but Killers has got some good stuff on it. Killers being a highlight of it, Wrathchild, some of the other tracks. The one I had in my
the room. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
Prodigal Son. Yeah, it's good stuff on it, but I think Drifter's one of the better songs.
That Drifter reminds
This is my
me.
list.
That Drifter reminds me of the Iron Maiden track.
Yeah, a little bit.
That sort of bit where it breaks into that going
Yeah.
through the song. Yeah, good choice, mate. My number 10 might surprise you a little bit. I don't know, but it's Motley Crue. On with the show.
Oh,
Now, Lee, we discussed this.
So yeah,
No, don't you remember our discussion about we're going to save Too Fast for Love for 82 because 81 it was like a independent release.
wasn't released
So
in the UK.
Jam
I
was
don't
like,
think.
I'm more comfortable doing it with 1982 because that was the actual major label version.
yeah, yeah. This is my fear. This is my ultimate fear that I forget.
Well,
that
that
something-
was sort of kind of, that was just one of his rules. So I'm not gonna say that.
I think that's fine. You could have that, and we'll just have it on 82 because it was released both years. That's fine.
Yeah.
Stop breaking the rules. It just wasn't really out in the UK in 81. That was all.
I don't know if I'm more. I don't know if I'm more worried about not remembering the discussion. I'm worried about my fucking mind than anything else. But it's coming back to me. Yes, I fucked up, and I haven't.
No, you didn't. No,
it still
you
counts.
didn't. Because it was 81. It was 81. It's a different track listing as well. The 81 version rather than the 82 version.
Fucking
So we'll say that's
Wikipedia.
fine.
Wikipedia. That's fault. It's their fault. That's what it is.
It's all right. I've been working on my 1982. To be honest, I was almost done with it, and then I remembered, fuck's sake, Jam said the fucking thing is going to be in 1982. So I've had to redo it so I can include.
Yeah, I've got it in 82 as well. So
So it's been a bone of contention for everyone. Don't worry about it.
you have it in
Anyway.
81 and we'll have it in 82. That's fine.
Right. I'm going to have it in both.
Oh, we're having both then, yeah.
No, I fucked up. So I apologise, but I can't. I'm trying to look at my albums that I didn't include, and I'm just going to say, I'll chuck one of them on number 10. How's that? Oh, fucking hell.
It is not a problem, Lee. Not a problem.
Yes.
What a great song, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Frankie died.
Yeah. Exactly. What a brilliant song. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that any longer, embarrass myself. Let's go for the honourable mentions.
Okay. I think I've upset you. I'm sorry.
No, you listen, I need to stick to the
Listen,
rules or remember them. That's one of the two.
You've got lots of shit going on. You do all these videos. We do one a week. You know what I mean? This is all we have, man.
This is our life.
Yeah, it's so important to us to get it right, But I mean, you've got lots of stuff going on.
I'll tell you what it has
You're
made me do.
married.
It has made me do. It has made me think about it. The next one, I'm fucking going to make sure I get that right because I'm going to be going over it about 20 times. But
But you do lots of videos that people love.
thanks, mate.
You've got
Thanks for making me feel better.
you're working 10 hours a day.
12,
Come on.
12 hours. 12
You have-
hours.
12 hours a day. Wow. So you don't have time for this trivial bullshit. Who cares?
I've got fucking one dog, 3 cats, a tortoise, a fucking guinea pig.
A tortoise.
Yeah.
A tortoise. What's that tortoise's name, by the way? I need to know.
I don't fucking know. It's a tortoise. How the fuck do I know its name?
It doesn't have a name?
The one it does, but the ones outside, the animals outside, I don't know their names. They change.
Okay.
You know, usually, what the fuck's the tortoise doing there when I'm nearly stepping on it? That's normally the name.
Oh, good luck to that tortoise for living long.
Exactly.
Okay, so honorable mentions. I do have good few. So
okay.
Let's see. Nobody had anything from Foreigner 4, which surprisingly is not my favorite Foreigner album, but Jukebox Hero is from that, which I like. Blue Oyster Cult, Burning for You, excellent song.
No, that song.
Great song, yeah, classic song. I would have loved to have that. Canadian band Triumph, Fight the Good Fight from Allied Forces. Another very, very big band in the States around this time. Styx, Paradise Theater came out this year as well, so I would have liked to have Rockin' the Paradise or Snowblind, both really great tracks from Styx. Loverboy, which I don't know. Do you guys even know who Loverboy are?
Yeah. I remember a few of the videos back in the day.
Okay, I didn't know if they had any attention over here. They were just everywhere in the States. This was their second album, Get Lucky, and I could have had just a million different songs off this. Well, there's only 9, so maybe 9. Loverboy, Get Lucky album. That was it. The track I probably would have picked would have been The Lucky Ones. But I think there are like 5 singles off of that. Just a huge album for them. And then the last one I'll mention is probably borderline for this channel, but this is really a rockin' song. The Kinks from Give the People What They Want. It's called Destroyer. One of their biggest singles in the States, really just, I mean, especially on like FM rock radio, just hear it all the time. Excellent, kind of a throwback to You Really Got Me, simple riff kind of thing, but great track. So I'll leave it there.
Nice. Cheers, mate.
Cool.
What you got, Jan?
I'm just going to go through. I'm just going to pick alternate songs for some of the albums I picked, plus a couple of extra ones. So track 1, I would have liked to have Over the Mountain by Ozzy.
Great song.
That's a great song. And nobody's mentioned, I know we did an AC/DC list, but nobody's mentioned, obviously, For Those About to Rock, which is obviously a great opening track. So we haven't got anything else with that. Nothing for 2. For 3, Sign of the Southern Cross from Mob Rules would have been great. I had that on my list, though, so I didn't include it. And KKK, Took My Baby Away from the Pleasant Dreams.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a great song. Track 4, I would have had Bring On the Heartbreak from Def Leppard, possibly. 5, Unchained, Van Halen, which I had on my Van Halen list, so I took that out. And Desert Plains, that Dom mentioned, great song from Judas Priest, point of entry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And 6, probably my favourite track on the Rainbow album is Can't Happen Here, which I really wanted to get in, but I couldn't get it in. So, but I got And the Bland Plays On, so that's even better. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then my last one was the one that Lee had for Maiden, was Killers, track 7.
Nice.
That's it.
Well, the sort of the bands that I'm a bit gutted that I didn't get on there. I haven't actually listed the actual what tracks they would be, but something off of For Those About to Rock. You know, mainly the singles I probably would have liked. Let's Get It Up or For Those About to Rock. I would have liked to have got something off Breaking the Chains from Dokken on there somewhere.
Well, that's another one, you know, what it's just like Too Fast for Love. This was the German version of that album. It wasn't the one that came out in the States.
Oh, so maybe I can get I can get it on there then in the next one.
Get an 82, yeah. Get an 82.
It's actually 83. It wasn't released until 83, with a different track listing, tons of reproductions and things like that. So that's actually, I guess, the real release date, or I would have probably had Breaking Chains as well.
Fucking hell, I've really got to be careful here, haven't
Yeah,
I? Because
yeah.
I nearly did. I nearly did.
Well, I think that you cursed yourself by opening up saying Wikipedia really got me in trouble once, and that's
again. I would have liked to have had I Surrender off Difficult to Cure because I love that song.
Yep.
But I couldn't because I wanted Angel of Death. I think it's the opening track, Difficult to Cure. I would like something off of Come and Get It, White Snake, but just couldn't get it on there. And I would also like to have something off of Foreigner 4. You know, some of the, there's some great tracks on there, man. So yeah, they're the ones I didn't include, which I would have liked to somewhere have got something on there. But thanks, guys, and apologies again for the fuck up. So, you know.
All right.
Oh, stop it. that was just a silly little rule that he came up with. It's not like you know.
No, but it's great, man. We'll probably do 82 next week. We don't want to go fully fledged into this and get it all over and done with. We need to space this out. Otherwise, we'll be, you know.
Agreed.
So we maybe try and get one a week in on the years. Not to stop us doing anything else. Yeah, doesn't stop us doing anything else. But as far as the All Killers concerned, on the years, I think we should do one a week, maybe. So we'll have 82 next week. But thanks for joining me, guys. It's been fun again.
Of course, yeah. Great time. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, all.
All right, thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye.